Welcome to Alan Cooking. As you know, I really try to cook with seasonal ingredients as much as I can. And in summer, one of the most seasonal is probably paprika. And I'm going now to show you my variation on this classic stuffed paprika dish with mincemeat, with rice, and everything. The difference with this one, it is that it's cooked in your pot and not made in your oven. So stay tuned to find out how I made it. In the meantime, you can subscribe and like and share. So let's start making this nice dish. I will use fresh paprika, minced meat, one egg, garlic, couple of onions, tomato puree, rice starch, black pepper, red paprika, and salt. To be able to stuff paprika, it should be whole first. A good paring knife will help. It is pretty easy, just cut a hole around the stem and then just pull it out. And that's the whole science behind it. Of course, don't forget to wash the paprika beforehand. It is really important when you buy the paprika to choose the paprikas of the same size. Equal size means equal cooking time. That means that in the end you will have paprikas that are equally cooked and that the stuffing will be equally cooked inside. There will be no paprikas with harder rice, paprikas with softer rice. Everything will taste uniform and equally good. If you ever cleaned a paprika, you know there will be seeds inside. You don't want them in your stuffed paprika, so just clean them as much as possible. And then later, I usually just rinse the paprika so that everything is totally clear, as you can see right about now. For this recipe, like so many, we need the onions sliced into the cubes. And that is exactly what we are going to do because we want to saute them later. When you saute the onions, put them in hot oil. It should sizzle immediately. I prefer to add salt because if you add salt at the beginning, it will draw out all the moisture, all the water out of the onions, and then it will just take time. If you have a feeling they're burning, it's okay to add just a little bit of water. And when they're brown, they're ready. Just put them at the side. And immediately in the same pan, add a bit of minced meat. The goal is to make this meat crunchy. Making it crunchy and frying it off will give the meat extra meat flavor. This way you will elevate your stuffed paprika game a lot. If you want to skip this step, it's okay, but then substitute it for smoked meat. And now it's time to make the stuffing. First, fresh minced meat, then fried minced meat with onions, garlic, rice, and mix it all together at this moment. Then some pepper, as you like. I like to put it a bit more. Red paprika, and then a whole egg. The protein from the egg white, will make this a bit firmer and more compact, so it will not fall later apart. And then, of course, you will add as much salt as you want. And of course, mix it really good. Stuffing is pretty easy. You take your paprika, you take a spoon and put the filling inside. I prefer not to overstuff it, so you like don't push it really hard inside because you don't want it to be like too firm because it's not pleasant to eat. It should be really firm but fluffy at the same time when it's done. So you can see how I'm doing it. It's like you will get the hang of it. It's not that hard. The bell peppers, the paprikas should go with the open side up. This way, during the cooking process, the stuffing will not fall out and you will have really a nice product in the end. In this recipe, for me, tomato sauce is really important and you just add it at the beginning on the top and then add water. Water should be that much that it's almost covering the bell peppers. And as you can see here, and just let it cook. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes. So, and after 30 minutes, I like to make a mixture of water, starch, and paprika. Just add the starch into the water and mix it really good. And this mixture is actually here so that the sauce will be thicker and just more pleasant and enjoyable. And the red paprika is actually to give it a bit more this paprika taste for the sauce. I just like it and it has this smokiness in it. So it is really a good addition to your stuffed paprika recipe. I usually do this at the 30-minute mark, and like I know that the paprika is done when approximately half of the water has evaporated. So, my stuffed paprika is done. As you saw, this is a variation where you boil it. And it's a bit different from oven baked. It tastes for sure a bit different, but it's something that I grew up with, and this one has a strong tomato sauce, so it adds to that common flavor. So I'm going to plate it, then we're going to taste it together. First, mashed potatoes go always with stuffed paprika, and if you're not sure how to make mashed potatoes, check out this video. Now, simple plating. I'm just going to put this to the side. You take your paprika, put it on your plate, and of course, you have enough of that sauce, don't worry. So now I'm going to try it and you can try it together with me. So my stuffed paprika, my potato puree, everything done, and it's time to taste it. As I said before, this is a variation where the stuffed paprika is cooked, so it's a bit different than the ones that usually people do in the oven. First, I'll start with the sauce, and why I like this version a bit more is because you have so much sauce soak. You have actually, and that's actually for me the best part of it. And that tomato paprika taste, but smashed potatoes are really good together. And now the stuffed paprika oak, and as you can see, it is not that much that, how should I say, meat and the rice ratio is perfect, because this way you don't get that too hard paprika that you cannot almost see it here. It's really light, like it's a summer thing. And now you can see it's a bit falling down, and enjoy. If you remember when I was cooking, I I took a part of that mincemeat and I really like fried it in my pan. But if you don't want to do that, if you want to skip that step, you can just put some, I would say, smoked meat, and you will get the same effect. I'm going now to finish this lovely paprika, and have a nice day, guys. Mm. So.